Lesson 139, A Course in Miracles. I will accept atonement for myself. Here is the end of choice. For here we come to a decision to accept ourselves as God created us. And what is choice, except uncertainty of what we are? There is no doubt that is not rooted here. There is no question, but reflects this one. There is no conflict that does not entail the single simple question, what am I? Yet, who could ask this question except one who has refused to recognize himself? Only refusal to accept yourself could make the question seem to be sincere. The only thing that can be surely known by any living thing is what it is. From this one point of certainty, it looks on other things as certain as itself. Uncertainty about what you must be is self-deception on a scale so vast, its magnitude can hardly be conceived. To be alive and not to know yourself is to believe that you are really dead. For what is life except to be yourself, and what but you can be alive instead? Who is the doubter? What is it he doubts? Whom does he question? Who can answer him? He merely states that he is not himself, and therefore being something else becomes a questioner of what that something is. Yet he could never be alive at all unless he knew the answer. If he asks as if he does not know, it merely shows he does not want to be the thing he is. He has accepted it because he lives, has judged against it and denied its worth, and has decided that he does not know the only certainty by which he lives. Thus he becomes uncertain of his life, for what it is has been denied by him. It is for this denial that you need atonement. Your denial made no change in what you are, but you have split your mind into what knows and does not know the truth. You are yourself. There is no doubt of this, and yet you doubt it. But you do not ask what part of you can really doubt yourself. It cannot really be a part of you that asks this question, for it asks of one who knows the answer. Were it part of you, then certainty would be impossible. Atonement remedies the strange idea that it is possible to doubt yourself and be unsure of what you really are. This is the depth of madness, yet it is the universal question of the world. What does this mean, except the world is mad? Why share its madness in the sad belief that what is universal here is true? Nothing the world believes is true. It is a place whose purpose is to be a home where those who claim they do not know themselves can come to question what it is they are. And they will come again until the time atonement is accepted, and they learn it is impossible to doubt yourself and not to be aware of what you are. Only acceptance can be asked of you, for what you are is certain. It is set forever in the holy mind of God and in your own. It is so far beyond all doubt and question that to ask what it must be is all the proof you need to show that you believe the contradiction, that you know not what you cannot fail to know. Is this a question or a statement which denies itself in statement? Let us not allow our holy minds to occupy themselves with senseless musings such as this. We have a mission here. We did not come to reinforce the madness that we once believed in. Let us not forget the goal that we accepted. It is more than just our happiness alone we came to gain. What we accept as what we are proclaims what everyone must be along with us. Fail not your brothers, or you fail yourself. Look lovingly on them, that they may know that they are part of you, and you of them. This does atonement teach and demonstrates the oneness of God's Son is unassailed by his belief he knows not what he is. Today, accept atonement, not to change reality, but merely to accept the truth about yourself and go your way rejoicing in the endless love of God. It is but this that we are asked to do. It is but this that we will do today. 5 minutes in the morning and at night, we will devote to dedicate our minds to our assignment for today. We start with this review of what our mission is. I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. We have not lost the knowledge that God gave to us when He created us like Him. We can remember it for everyone, for in creation are all minds as one. And in our memory is the recall how dear our brothers are to us in truth, how much a part of us is every mind, how faithful they have really been to us, and how our Father's love contains them all. Each hour we come back again, not in fear but in thanks. We clear the cobwebs from the mirror. The lies the world has spun around us fall away. I'm not enough. I've gone too far. They're better than me. I don't know who I am. Let them fall like dust from the glass and learn the fragile nature of the chains. They never held anything. The mirror was never gone. It was only turned away. Say it again. I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. And the mirror, finally, turns to face you. And you remember, you never left. A Course in Miracles, Lesson 139. I will accept atonement for myself. A metaphor, the living mirror. Not an object of glass, but a living presence. It does not judge. It does not forget. It only waits. This mirror does not reflect faces. It reflects truth. And in this lesson, we walk with it, 12 steps into remembrance. In the first step, the mirror shows a simple truth, the end of choice. You have stood before it asking, "What am I?" But only because you believed you were something else. The only reason for choosing is because you do not know. But the mirror does not offer options. It offers certainty. And if you truly looked, there would be nothing left to choose between. Now the mirror becomes more than a surface. It becomes a confrontation. Only one who refuses to recognize himself would ask it who he is. This is not confusion. This is refusal. The mirror reflects the light that cannot be lost. But you pretend the light is not there, so you ask. And asking proves you've already turned away. The fog on the glass is not from the mirror. It is from your breath, your belief. To be alive and not know yourself is to believe you are dead. And yet the mirror still shines. This is the depth of madness. To stand in the light and say, "I am lost." You cannot doubt yourself without believing what cannot possibly be true. You are still there. But you have closed your eyes. Here, the mirror begins to respond. Not with words, but with presence. You ask what you are, but only because you do not want to be it. You have judged against your reflection. You've decided that the image staring back is unworthy, and so you pretend not to see it. But to animate the question is to prove you are already alive. The mirror is not silent. You are just speaking over it. Now, atonement enters like a gentle cloth. Not to polish the glass, but to wipe away the fog. Atonement heals the belief that the mirror has changed. Your mind has split, half remembering, half forgetting. But the self cannot be split. You are yourself. There is no doubt of this. And yet you doubt. The doubter cannot be real. The mirror never stopped showing you who you are. Only the ego turned it to the wall. Atonement removes the very idea that you could doubt the self. It heals the fracture at its root. To ask what you are is not an innocent inquiry. It is the mind attacking itself with questions. This is the universal madness of the world. Everyone is staring into mirrors they've refused to face. and then believing the blankness is real. But the mirror is not blank, only avoided. Nothing the world believes is true, because everything it believes is based on this single lie: I do not know myself. The mirror was given as a place to remember, but instead it has become a room of forgetting. People come again and again staring at their own light and calling it shadow. But even here, the mirror waits until atonement is accepted, until the sun says, I will look again. Only acceptance is asked of you, not striving, not fixing, not improving, just the turning back toward the mirror. To even ask what you are is to admit the belief that you do not know. But how can you not know what you are? You are alive, you are aware, you are constant. The self does not question itself. Only the fog asks questions. Let us stop asking the mirror to prove what it already reveals. We have a mission here. We did not come to decorate the mirror. We came to remember it, and not just for ourselves. What we accept as what we are proclaims it for every mind. To reject a brother is to crack the mirror in your own reflection. Look lovingly, and the glass becomes whole again. Each face you recognize heals a part of your own. This is what atonement teaches: that the mirror's truth cannot be harmed by your beliefs, that the self remains untouched by doubt. Today we do not fix reality. We simply stop fighting it. We say, I will accept atonement for myself, for I remain as God created me. And we walk away not changed but restored. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 at night. We stand in front of the mirror and remember. We are not many selves scattered across the world. We are one reflection in the mind of God. When we remember for everyone. And as we look, we recall how dear they are, how faithful they have been, how perfectly they are held in the Father's love. Each hour, return to the mirror, not with questions but with thanks. Brush off the cobwebs, the lies, the judgments, the comparisons. See how fragile those chains really were. They were never locked, never real, never yours. Say it again. I will accept atonement for myself. And now the mirror no longer reflects. It dissolves. Because what you see is not your image, but yourself. And you remember, you never left.